guys, welcome to my screencast. This is all new to me, so bear with me as we get through it together. But it is great to see you all. I am here today to kind of introduce what learning at home is going to look like for SIC, kind of talk you through the weekly calendar, give you an update on some assignments that we're going to be doing. And hopefully answer any questions that you might be having right now, because I know you're doing this in all of your classes. It's a little different probably from teacher to teacher, but we're all working really hard to keep things engaging for you and to keep things as much the same as we possibly can. So the first thing, if you look at your screen right now, you'll see that the 7th grade assignments are going to be on this SIC weekly calendar. You can see over here on the side, we'll have the week. Each week, you are going to get one of these calendars each week. So you'll know what it is you have to do. You'll notice for the 7th grade row here, your assignments are chunked every other day. So that's kind of like, I did that because that kind of keeps to what our normal schedule would have been like, because we were in every other day class. But you don't have to stick to doing this assignment on Monday and these assignments on Wednesday. You can, if you want to do them all on Monday, you can. If you want to wait and do them all on Thursday, you can, or you can do them throughout the week as you want. The only thing I would like you to do is that any work that you do, you please submit by 8 o'clock in the evening on Friday. So that way, that'll give me time to look at it, give you feedback, and kind of write to you about how you're doing, giving you some feedback. So if you take a look, your Monday assignment, your first assignment for this week, is just to watch the intro video. You're doing it now, so yay, good job, guys. And I would like you to respond to the question in Google Classroom. And your question right now is about where are you right now with your research. So I know we kind of left off very abruptly on that Friday when we left school, but you guys were really in the middle of a lot of hard work that you've been doing. So you have your Noodle tools. You should have your login for that. You should have all of your research there. You've already got your grades on your notes. That's all out of the way. So at this point, most of you or all of you should be working on kind of working through your project and what that's going to look like. And just to remind you, your end result is going to be something that you make, create, do with all of the information. So I know most of you are pretty well on your way on that, so I'm not too concerned. But if you do have questions, make sure you send me an email or talk to me during one of the office hours that I have that I'm going to show you in a minute. So I want you guys to make sure right now that you're just kind of moving forward. So the first question I have is just about where you are right now. We are all, I know, at different points. I know some of you have continued to work on your project. Some of you have just stopped, and that's okay. Wherever you are, you're fine. Don't worry. Then on Wednesday, your assignment's going to be to read through your peers' responses from Monday, see where everyone is, and maybe comment on a post or two. And it could be a comment like, hey, can't wait to see what your project's going to look like, or oh, I feel like I'm a little behind because you're way ahead, or I feel like I'm right where I should be. Those sorts of things are perfectly fine comments, whatever pops into your head. Just remember that you're keeping it all school appropriate. We don't want to hurt anyone's feelings or make anyone feel bad, but you're really putting some thought into your comments. This is a simple comment. They might not always be quite as simple in the future. And then the other thing that I need for you guys to do is to continue working on your research project. So I put a due date right now for April 22nd. If I find that we need to extend that, we can do that. I don't want to take it out too far, but I think April 22nd should give everyone enough time to kind of finalize what it is you're doing, and start to think about how you're going to present it. Now, here's the fun with the presentations, because obviously we're not in class. You are going to be able to, we can do presentations by Zoom, and we can just take turns talking and sharing what we've done. You could make a video and you could show that to the class. You could make a PowerPoint, you could embed video. Look, I'm learning to do this. You guys could do this too. So we'll have some options, and we'll kind of talk through that as we go. So that's all you have to do this week. And then if you look down here under Mrs. Plazy's office hours, you can see that every week these are going to be my same hours. So on Mondays from 10 to 11, I'm going to have Zoom open. You are going to receive invites to each one of these 3 times here. And at any time you can pop in if you have questions, if you just want to say hi, if you want to tell me what you've been up to. I am going to be on Zoom at that time. So it's not going to be, it's not like we've been playing games or anything like that. You're not going to have those times, but it is for questions and to kind of clarify any assignments or anything that you might have. On Tuesdays, I'm going to do an afternoon one for you for those late sleepers, so 1 to 2. And then on Thursday, again, 10 to 11. So those will be times that I'll be available to talk to you. If you have questions other times, you can always email. I'll get back to you right away. There is a spot in here from 11 to 11:30 for students who are compacting. I do have some 8th graders that are continuing some compaction, and that's there too. But if you feel like what you are doing in your regular classes is a little too easy, or you want to kind of bump things up, or you want to do some independent work, you can always, we can still do compaction. It's still an option for you guys. We would just have to talk to your classroom teachers, make sure they're on board. It would probably require some sort of pretest, but we can work through that because it is something in your GIEP. So if it's something you want to do, you just need to let me know, let your teacher know, and we can take it from there. So, and then remember, you would have a contract and you would just fill that out, and then you'd be working a little more independently on something that you wanted to look at within the topic that your teachers are teaching. So always an option, nothing you have to do. I know things are crazy right now, so kind of keeping to the routine seems like it's a good way to go. So this is how your assignments are going to look. One other thing I did want to show you real quickly, because I know some of you need some help with organization or like to stay organized. I know I do all the time. If you take a look at these, I don't know if your classroom teachers are giving you weekly calendars or not. I was starting to think about how are you guys going to keep all of this organized, because you're not just going to be having things from my class, you're going to be having things from all of your other classes as well. So one thing I thought of was an agenda book. I mean, honestly guys, your agenda book is a great way to keep track of everything. You can still keep using it, but if you didn't bring it home, I'm going to post this. Here, this kind of looks a little bit like your agenda, where you can put in your classes and what you need to accomplish each day to make sure you get it done. If you like something like this with some bigger boxes, you could do that. Or if you want to get really fancy, here's one that I found that actually has times on it. If you really want to space out what time you're going to be working on your work, sometimes actually, I'll admit, sometimes I do this. So if you want to work on like times, I even put that one in there. That one's really specific, and those boxes are tiny, but a way to think about planning and organizing things. That's always an option too. So